Hi, my name is Bailey Brown. I was 15 years old when I was injured, junior in high school, and I was in softball and basketball, and I tore my ACL, MCL, and both meniscus.
I was in 2007, so I was 24 when I first got injured. I tore my ACL playing volleyball. The second time I got injured was 2010 over the summer, and I retore my ACL.
I am 50 years old, and I injured my left knee in 2007. So it's been just about 4 years, and I had a tear to the medial meniscus, and I completely tore the anterior cruciate ligament.
I was injured during a basketball game, and my initial reaction, I was pissed because we lost the game after that. And I was mad at the athletic trainer because he tried to tell me that my knee was only sprained, but from my previous knowledge, I knew that my ACL was torn. And during the waiting period, it just made me more mad because I just wanted to get it over with and have the surgery.
When I first hurt my ACL, my first thoughts were I really didn't hope it was my knee. I didn't really know too much about the injury. Pretty much when I retore, I was extremely mad because I knew right away that it was my ACL. Since I went through the first time, I knew right away, but I was really surprised that I couldn't walk for the next 2 days.
My initial thoughts when I first injured my knee was, oh no, what have I done? And I knew it was a fairly serious injury because I heard a loud pop, and I wasn't really sure what I had done. There was a lot of pain initially, and I had a couple of days there where I just was laying on the couch with ice, wondering what was going to happen.
My recovery time is approximately 8 months, and my frustrations while recovering is that I can't do the things I used to be able to do, and having to watch all my friends play the sport that I should be playing right now.
My first surgery, the recovery time, I believe, was pretty quick. I went through physical therapy, just breezed through everything. Everything they gave me, I was able to finish really well. Within 2 months, I was done with physical therapy, and I had to go back to school up in Flagstaff. The second time I hurt my ACL, my recovery time a little bit longer, but not as bad, I think. I've noticed also that just jumping and everything really set me back a lot, but I was still able to make it to the gym quite a bit and work nearly all on my own.
Once I was officially diagnosed with having a torn ACL and medial meniscus, the recovery period was fairly lengthy. I had to have a lot of physical therapy before I had my surgery. After several weeks of physical therapy, I went to see the orthopedic surgeon, and he, rather than schedule my surgery, he actually sent me back for another 3 weeks of physical therapy because I did not have full range in my joint at the time.
My fears on returning to play is that I'll just do it again because it happened so easily last time, and that I won't be as good as I used to be and won't be able to get a college scholarship.
My biggest fear was just being able to jump again. For the first time, just coming back into it. I didn't know how recovery went, how long it would last. But after the first surgery, within 6 months, I was pretty much back on the court playing again. After 7 or 8 months, I was actually snowboarding again. It hurt a little bit, but I was still back to snowboarding. The second time I got injured, it's taken me a lot longer to get back so far. I've only had 1 surgery of the 2 that I need to get my ACL graft.
Some of my fears were that I would not be able to return to the sport that I had been involved in, which was long distance running. My wife and I had completed a marathon and had run a couple of half marathon. I actually received the injury playing basketball, and so I kind of figured that that was the end of my basketball career, just because my wife said so. But also, I was really worried about whether I was going to be able to run or not. And it has turned out that I really have never been able to fully regain my ability to run in long distance. So I've had to find other ways to get exercise.
Like pushing me to do more stuff and not be so afraid of trying more weight and running faster and stuff like that. And they made jokes and messed around with me and laughed at me a lot. Made it more fun and took my mind off the physical pain.
The biggest thing they helped me with was just giving me exercises to do. Other than that, they were a bit supportive. They would usually just give me exercises to do and just let me go off until I finished.
One of the things that I remember most about my physical therapy was that they worked really hard to help me reach my goal. They were very persistent, and they were very insistent that I do my part. In other words, the exercise and the therapy that I needed to do in between sessions was just as important, or maybe even more important, than the time I spent with them in the physical therapy lab. So it was that kind of encouragement and stick-to-itness that really helped me get through the physical therapy.